All right. We're gonna have this is an early stream. 9:48. I started. Whew. I mean, I had no internet all day yesterday, and let me tell you, it was terrible. It was terrible having no internet yesterday. Like, oh my god. I never knew I could be so bored. Oh yeah, can I put this to the side? Hold on. I guess not. Wait. Alright, 19 players? I mean, we can see how this goes. I'm hoping it gets Master Combat, though. Okay, What? Okay, so it's a two double team. Okay, cool. I haven't played much in the last 2 days. Mainly due to the factor is I've been playing Call of Duty. And there's always next year. I'm truth be it, there's always next year I can have. I'm frankly thinking about installing NTE today, mainly for one thing. Just for that free 5-star. And, I mean... maybe then... Maybe I'll think about keeping the game installed, depends. I don't know, maybe. I'll see when I actually get around to it. Part of me does miss playing the game. Yeah, let's keep this. Anything else here? Yeah, here we go. Been shots nearby. Best thing we can probably do is go to that building over here. A certain building. Actually, I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Good, easy building to loot. If someone hasn't already been here, which it looks like they have. So, like, I finished Undertale a few days ago, and it's an amazing game. Although there is one complaint, and I've been hearing a lot about the community. Not on the good side. Because I've heard someone was playing Deltarune, and people were complaining, telling him to die and stuff, because he didn't play Undertale first. Which is insane. Because, like, they're not even connected. Like, sure, I would understand, like, if like, again, I don't condone death threats and all. Like, if they were, like, in a way, a connected story, then, yeah, I can see why maybe people want to play the first game for Deltarune, but it's not. They even say it's a parallel story. Not the same. It's literally just... It doesn't matter which way exactly you play this game. In the end. It still is, like, in a way, a parallel story, which is pretty much saying, yeah, play however you like. And I heard from under a tweet saying, you guys wonder I don't stream this game. I'm hesitant. People have also came out and said, yeah, streaming the game was absolute hell for them. Got people backseating and all. And trying to say which ways to go. And, like, that's not like... It's just like... I've just heard it being absolute hell trying to stream that game. I'm lucky that I did not experience that. And because no one was there, but I'm kind of lucky no one was there. And I got to experience it my own way. But it's still insane what people do. It's just insane what people will do. Look, I understand. You ain't off the game. This one is just quite slightly better. Yeah, I'm getting some new cosmetics. Ooh, that's a new one. From Convert Militia. God damn! But yeah, it's just insane what people do. Like, I don't ever condone death threats. Like, look, I don't condone it. I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of that. Yeah, I was just getting sick of that zombie there. Oh. Here we go, Desert Wanderer's up here. It's nearby the truck stop. When people ask where it's war, it usually means where are people fighting? Up here. Nothing. Well, that was the Desert Wanderer. But it sounds more like an enemy. Alright, well, let's just move on to Oasis. Elder Scrolls 6 is reportedly still it's still 2 or 3 years away from release. No offense, I kind of lost hype for that, or even hype at all. Damn. A little far away, but I can go for that. The Gone Wild summer event has ended. That was the summer event. Jesus. That was Fortnite's summer event this year? That was bad. Look, not that I still have hope that there's a summer event. But if that was the summer event, it was bad. There was like, I feel like Gone Wild is more like an update than an event. Oh shoot, duly note, I know my upcoming videos. One thing that I don't know if I want to do is do the Fate event in Japanese or English. Because last time I did mine in, I think it was English dub, in which I'm probably am gonna do the same thing. So apparently there's an ATV around here. But yeah, I got like Wua, which I'm excited to go back to the first region. I know that alone will be either 1 or 2 videos. Well, I don't know, 2 or 3. Because we have it like post quests also. It just depends how long Act 1 and 2 is. Of the update, like how long these 2 acts are. If in total they're like 2 hours, or not 2 hours, 4 hours, I could do that all in one. HSR, I'm expecting to have like a long patch, like 8 hours, I'm assuming. HSR, I'm expecting there to be at least 3 to 4 videos. And again, it all depends on how long each thing is. If the Fate event is less than 4... If it's less than 4 hours, then cool. I can do it all in one. What's... Thompson, okay. But yeah, it really depends on how long each patch is. And then there's the post story. Like, I think for HSR, I think the patch after, I'm expecting a little bit shorter story. I wouldn't say surprised if it was a longer one. That is how HSR tends to do their patches, with longer stories, but generally stories that are actually very good. There it goes. I am not going down there. I'm gonna open Steam real quick. Yeah, you guys you might see this. Hold on. Whoops. Assassin's Creed Black Flag. When does this release? Oh, it's technically already released. What are the DLC? Alright, character packs. I generally hope for its best. Alright, okay. I mean, I want to still play Siege. I'm not gonna lie, the recent changes does affect me a little. Where for now becoming almost to 0% useless. I feel like the only thing I can really use a renown on now but yeah. Like, the only reasons you would spend now getting renowned is if maybe, and actually, I generally mean maybe, they release a pack available to actually buy with renown. And again, that's an if you're lucky. Because with the recent changes, they're making it to where you cannot spend renown on those packs now, which genuinely sucks. Look, I try to be positive a lot of the times with changes, but that is when I just can't be one on. Generally, terrible move. Pretty much, why even have renown in the game? The only time you can really use renown now is if you decide to get a new op that way. You know, a good amount of the community just grabs them through the battle pass. We might leave the server soon. Because we might just do a server swap. Because it's like, I don't see anyone fighting. Not even in the kill feed there's anyone going at it. Yeah, we're gonna switch servers real quick. I thought I clicked leave. Okay. Bigger server. Hold on, just looking at something. Oh yeah, Roblox still... I don't know who puts David Baszucki in charge at this point. Cause I think what he's doing, he's making like 2D certain type of clothing unprofitable. He's pretty much saying to people, hey, if you want to earn more on Roblox, gotta make 3D clothing. The one thing that people have asked for absolutely none of. And that thing a while back saying, oh, we're not removing 2D clothing or classic or R6. Kind of feels like a lie now. And they're not lying per se, they aren't, it's not like they are removing it. They're more or less saying, yeah, we're just gonna make it more unprofitable to where people have to now make 3D clothing to actually get money. In my opinion, it's like very stupid. Like, I seriously don't know who thinks David Baszucki is a good person in charge. Look, I don't think he's a terrible person. As a person, he's probably cool. He's probably fine. But in charge of Roblox, on the other hand, nah. I don't think he's good in being in charge of Roblox. He's consistently doing stuff that people have not asked for. People are not asking for 3D clothing or these type of things, or even changes in general, and yet he still does them. And who knows why. But he consistently does them. You know, people say, yeah, we don't want this stuff. He's like, doesn't matter, you get stuck with it. And of course, you got Fortnite trying to be basically Roblox, which is another issue, but that's basically them trying to be it, but at the same time, they're completely not hitting the mark. It's like this. It's like Fortnite is swinging, but they're swinging really bad. And remark that, when I mean they're swinging, I mean Tim Sweeney is trying to swing, but he is swinging like terribly. Gotta think. What do I want here? I mean, I definitely want this. Oh yeah, for Fortnite, I'm willing to talk about this. There's going to be a new mini-season. Now, I think this method of mini-seasons are much better. It's not 2 of them per season, per chapter. It's now 1. Which, in my opinion, it's not as bad. I never minded mini-seasons, but so far, other than Simpsons, they've been a complete fail for me. They never really scratched that itch for me. They were just more of a... Like, the Star Wars one, it wasn't that good. As much as that I do like Star Wars related stuff. Okay, what the hell? But as much as I do like Star Wars related stuff, that season was not great. And I can't really explain why. Like, true, I can't explain why exactly I thought it was bad. It's just, I don't think I had the greatest fun with it. And now, mini-seasons don't instantly mean a collaboration. Because I feel like some people misunderstand. Mini-seasons don't instantly mean it's a collaboration. Most times, it is. But that's like saying the OG events for Fortnite were a collaboration when they were not. A mini season just means a season with not as much, like, it's not as long. Of course, I'm planning on watching something later tonight. I'm gonna leave that in there for anyone who finds it. Because I personally don't need it, so I'm like, I'm not gonna grab it. I want to get around to watching more Netflix and Prime Video and stuff like that. Not that I have been severely, I will not lie, severely lacking in watching. Mainly because I've been trying to watch Forge Labs. And now I like Sean's videos. They're really entertaining. But a lot of the time, I don't exactly know what's going to happen. Except for the zombie apocalypse one. I guess I somehow watched it ahead of time without even knowing. You know, I thought it was an older video. I don't know. I thought it was an older video, but I guess not. I might get rid of the Thompson, honestly. I mean, if we had to compare, I mean, yeah, Thompson's good at base damage and max damage, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the Thompson, actually. How long do we have left for the drying? Pretty much the rest of this week and next week. I am gonna try to stream this more often because the last few days I haven't really been streaming it. And now when the drying ends, of course, me playing 8-Pops will go down a fair bit. Not saying I won't stream it here and there. It'll go down a fair bit for now. Until the Halloween event. And then after the Halloween, you got Christmas. I usually play more when there's an actual, like, event going on. That's what I tend to do. Like, I play the base game, like, when there's, like, nothing really to do, I usually sometimes log in, and I'm just like, alright. This one. That seems more like a sniper. You know what? Why not? More reports on why Sony is trying to end physical discs. Let me get into a good spot. They want to cut out the middleman, make more profit per sale, like removing Walmart cuts. Okay, so they want more money, basically. Sony thinks the fanbase will not switch platforms. They can do whatever please without losing fans. Okay, I'm not gonna deny if that's true or not, because honestly, knowing how people are, yeah, that's very much true. That will probably end up being happening. Look, I play PlayStation, and I do think this is a horrible choice is what they're doing. And in the end, am I gonna stop playing my PlayStation on the PlayStation? No. I'm not gonna figure them out as well. Alright, next one. They're convinced by ignoring this issue, the fans will 100% accept change and convert to digital. What? I'm sorry, what? So, they think if they ignore the issue, fans are gonna be fine with it. What are they smoking? Fans are not going to be fine with it. Just because you ignore the issue doesn't mean people are going to instantly forget. Yeah, with time, it might dwindle down a little bit, but people will not forget this. And Sony thinks they have too big of a commission with fans. Talking to fans, no matter... has no merge of benefits, so they refuse to address fans and will continue to do so. And it does come from Jason Schreier. Okay, yeah, okay. I truly think PlayStation is out of touch now. Because yes, ignoring fans, yes, by technicality, it will go away eventually, but to them thinking people will forget and 100% commit to this change is the lunacy. I'm saying, yeah, we are going to ignore it, and that way people will 100% convert to it. And now look, if you continue to play on PlayStation, I don't blame you. But I truly don't blame you if you continue to play on PlayStation. I don't think of you as any different, as some people might. That could either be because you have no other place to go, or you just feel more comfortable playing a PlayStation. I don't mind. I mean, if you continue to play PlayStation, I don't hate you for it. If you don't cancel your subscription, I don't hate you for it. I don't think of people who don't cancel their subscription any lesser. And now, like, that's what some people might think. like, oh, if you don't cancel your subscription, you're not helping. And well, in a way, they are right per se. They're also kind of wrong. It's really up to the person. Like, do you think canceling my subscription is gonna change anything? No. It might help into a cause, yes. But it really comes down to it, is it gonna truly help? No. I truly don't think it would help. I do agree with canceling the subscription. But I just think, if you don't, I don't think it'd be any less different. It's just like, let me go over each talking point. They want to cut the Metal Man out of the picture. Pretty much for them, for example, saying, hey, here's the Walmart one. But if you go to Walmart, you can get it from there. They want to cut that out of the picture. Why? Because of money. And that is to believe what it says from this article from Jason Schreier. Now, I trust that guy. That guy, I bet, is right on all this. And by profit standards, yes, it will get them more money. However, in the end, it really depends whether they start losing money. And now last, I think that's where all this comes down to. Speak of your wallets. I think my cat wants in, hold on. When I was going to bed. But yes, but it really depends. If you're PlayStation and you're cutting out this now, yes, in the short term, yes, that gets you more money. You might get money from each purchase, but in the long term, I personally feel like this is all a strategy. And I might say, what strategy is this? Making games PlayStation exclusive again, single player games that they know people will buy. And then they suddenly say, oh, we're also gonna start getting rid of physical games. Look, call me crazy and all. Really, call me crazy and all, but it seems like they were planning on doing this for quite some time. They're like, yeah, we're gonna create these games to be only on PlayStation, like Wolverine, which I'm excited for. But then they're like, oh, we're gonna actually start making physical games. In which then, like, and now Wolverine won't be affected. We're gonna still have a physical thing for it. But for any future games, past 2028, it seems like this, to me, this is all a plan from them. To say, oh, we're going to start making people actually, you don't only have to stick with PlayStation, because out of PlayStation or Xbox, I sadly, based on what it seems like it's going down to, they're both equal at this point. Where's the girl? Open my window? But I don't think I'll do it this summer. But yeah, call me crazy, but this all seems like a plan. Sony thinks their fanbase will not switch platforms. And as much as I hate to say this, They aren't wrong. Look, do I think going from PlayStation to PC is a better option? Obviously. But not everyone has that kind of, not only money to freely switch at this current moment. Like, not everyone has not only the kind of money to freely switch because RAM prices. What? What? My cat was doing something over here. Hold on. What are you doing, girl? I don't want you anywhere near it in case your paw gets under it. But yeah, them thinking their fan base won't switch is kind of right. Obviously, do I think people are going to switch from PlayStation to Xbox? As much as I would want to say yes. Probably not. I don't see them switching. Now, would I say switch? Yeah. I would say switch. Are we the same server or something? Hold on. Now, a part of me thinks maybe the Drine event should have gone on a little bit longer, because it's on until the 20th. Oh, that's actually like almost an entire month. But yeah, it's on until the 20th. A part of me thinks maybe put it towards maybe the 30th. But of course, I also back and say, like, you put near the 30th, you got August and then September in order to, and then we got October. Might actually have to close this. Hold on. You. I got that server. 29 on 30. But yeah, they aren't wrong with people maybe not switching. Unless there's a equally as good thing in the market, aka unless PC prices really go down, I don't really, mainly RAM and storage, I just can't see people switching. And especially with how they recently announced their thing. Like, making it games PC only, or at least PlayStation only, that was an idea I feel like they had. Saying, oh, that's why people are not going to switch, because we made our things that console only. And them saying, oh, if we ignore the issue, let's talk about them saying, oh, if we ignore the issue, people will go along with it. That is not true. I'm just gonna be straight in here. That is by all means not true. People won't just go along with it just because they think that if they ignore the issue, people are gonna be like, oh, okay, let's just go along with it. People will still hate it. Now, PC, it's not new for digital only for PC, which makes sense. I mean, computers haven't had a disk drive since who knows how long, which makes perfect sense. But to counter that, we have a good market called Steam. I just think, I don't even know what to think at this point. It's just, I think this is, Hold on. 51 employees, many who worked on this has been by racing it, celebrated its launch day by being late. Oh. Ah. 51 employees, many who worked on the Assassin's Creed Blade series syndicate, will celebrate its launch today by being laid off at Ubisoft. Even a successful launch won't save you from layoffs. Fucking hell. Listen, I don't like to swear, but I think it's one time, I think it's fine for me to say that. Because what the hell? You have a successful launch. It's a game that a lot of people are enjoying. And yet even that can't save you from layoffs. And Ubisoft probably makes so much money to where they could probably pay these people, but they just won't admit it. That just sucks. Oh, rumor, a Gaming Legends mini-season could be this year. So it would technically be a collab, but with many games? We'll have to see. Again, that there is just a rumor, which is why I'm willing to say it. Because since it's only a rumor, nothing's really taken seriously. A part of me was dearly hoping for a Chapter 3 mini-season. And now, a part of me still hopes and begs for a Chapter 3 mini-season, going through all 4 seasons. But I know the probability of that is very low. And I love Chapter 3. It holds a special place in all the chapters. Definitely in the top 4. Which was to launch the ability to log in with passkey. I mean, a lot of things have been doing that. Like, not like everything. Most. I mean, it's whatever. Oh. The CEO and the biggest electronics company in the US is warning that blackouts could hit next year, and if AI data center is trying to uplift this. Really, I don't know how much to believe from this one. Sorry, that's how to read that. Very unlikely. Oh, so for Honkai Nexus Anima, people think Kiana's English voice actor will be Amberly Corners, which would not be a surprise. Listen. It would not be surprising, and I would absolutely love it. If Amberly Corners does end up voicing her, I can only see a W from that. Yes, some people might complain, but I can only see W's. Okay, I just listened to the clip, and I think it's definitely her. I would be surprised if that was not her. Because obviously she can't say anything at the current moment. But I would be surprised if that voice was not hers. Like, I think if you've heard her past voicing roles, I think even you would be able to hear the difference. Like, not the difference, but the similarity between the two. But yeah, I definitely think that's Amberly Corners there. I'm very excited if it truly is. But I'm not gonna say that she's voicing the character at the current moment. Because again, still unknown. One thing about Genjin and like ZZZ and other games, it's almost like they use more or less trying to use the same voice actors for a lot of things, which I don't mind. Because, like, not only does Amberly Corners voice Farina, she voices Nihilux from HSR. And you think that's all. She also voices, Remiel from ZZZ. Not only that, she's also the voice actor director for ZZZ. And now it seems like she's going to be voicing Kiana. Some people... Stop! Psst. Psst. Stop it, girl! Over here. She was just messing around with something over there. Probably cord, and I don't want her to be messing around with the cord, so I just told her to stop. It's kind of one thing you gotta know about living with animals. Hey! Girl, what are you doing over there? Hey, get over here. Come on. Yeah, good. No, it's like fighting. Now, stay over here, please. One thing you gotta know about living with animals is that you can get very annoyed very easily. No. Good girl. One thing you gotta understand is that you can get very annoyed very easily. But you love them every time. Because, look, as much as like this cat annoys me at times, I have never hated this cat. Not even once have I ever hated this cat. Hey, hey, hey. What is this over here? Most of it's already been cleaned. Sorry about that. Cat is priority number one always. More than streaming. I definitely already know what the next 2 YouTube streams are going to be. Damn! Okay, GG. Someone said it's... someone said everyone's jumping the gun that it's... that we're jumping the gun that's Farina, Amberley Corner. We said that about Ramiel, and she was. Also, Xbox Obsidian Entertainment Studio has canceled the next work on the next Avowed game and the next Avowed game as part of the resurgence. So the next Avowed game is canceled, and it's now working on a new Fallout game. And yeah, I would say that's a safe bet. Obsidian doesn't own the IP, so no. I think it's Xbox that does. ID Software only has 1 employee left from the ID Tech team. I don't know how much to believe that one. Someone said, with people chasing each other off the battle bus, someone thinks surfing should come back, which honestly, for something like sprites, I actually don't mind if it returns. Because, yeah, I do agree, this would combat people going for each other, getting sprites, as getting surfing back. But also, I don't think it really fits the lore. Speaking of the lore, someone complained about, like, OG and how it's connected to the lore, which I don't get their complaints. I believe it is a cool thing that OG is part of the lore. Yes, is it confusing? I never said it wasn't. It's a very confusing lore. I was trying to think, how exactly does this all tie into each other, and I could not figure it out. And that's where I agree with them. Saying, yeah, this could have been slightly a mistake, but at the same time, it has been tying in. Like, it has officially been tying in with Geno and all that. Because they planned out Geno to be the Reality Unknown visitor since its release. They said, like, that's how they always planned it to be. Which I'm like, cool, okay. I mean, if you guys fully planned it out to be that way, I'm fine with it. Of course, it gets people confused on, wait, so is Geno always the visitor when the answer should be obvious? No. The original visitor is gone for now. I say for now, because there's always copiism that they return one day. Down there. And I agree with what Xbox is doing there with making a Fallout game, because frankly, they need a W. And what's the best way to making a W? Going back to reliable games. Yes, is it not risky anymore? Yeah. Not a risky game to go for. Most people like a Fallout game. But what they need is a W. And making a new Fallout game, if done right, is a W. Of course, when it comes to ZZ2 gacha games, what do I like? Longer stories or shorter stories? If I wasn't recording YouTube videos, I would say longer stories. But someone who's recording them, a mix. Because I don't like sitting down for 4+ hours. Because do I like sitting down for more than 4 hours and just sitting here recording the story? It's not the greatest, funnest thing to do. Again, that's not saying I absolutely hate it. I love Amphorius, and those were... I wish I could experience that again for the first time. And I feel like I need to realize these story patches are not going anywhere. Part of me thinks, okay, I gotta do them the minute they come out, when in reality, I don't. It's not like they're going anywhere. And I'm not gonna lie when what I'm about to say. Part of me is getting that burnout again. I am slowly starting to get burned out. I don't even think it is recording video. I think it's streaming. I think I'm getting a little burned out, not only just by recording YouTube videos, but also streaming. And this is something I want to talk about for a little bit. Well, what happened with Destiny is I played it every day and all. Until I fully just got burned out. And that's something I've been trying to make sure doesn't happen with games. But with doing that now, it's made it to where I play these games less. You know, I want to play more. Burnout is a tricky thing to exactly combat. Because at times, you can't do anything about it. Now, yes, when it comes to streaming, you're saying, yeah, I'm sitting here playing video games. How exactly can I get burned out? But streaming this every day, it does take their effect. Doing it every day for 3 to 4 hours. Which is why I'm thinking of taking tomorrow off as well. It's starting to become to where I'm thinking of taking more days off. Of just doing whatever I want. Either laying in bed or going outside or something. Or at times there's nothing interesting to do. It's also, my burnout could be the fact that I've been doing. Hold on, my camera's out. Oh, girl, I'm coming. But like I say, burnout is tricky. Because if you do something too much, you're gonna start to get bored of it. But if you do something so not as much, like if you do something too much, you get bored of it. But to me, I'm like streaming. I don't have a job at the moment. I'm just gonna say that. And it's like streaming's the only thing I can realistically do at the moment. Not the only thing, obviously. But it's thing I've been doing for the last year, a little bit over a year now. I'm gonna have to like literally look back on when I started streaming. It's a good time to stop, bro. Hold on. Let me open Twitch, because it'll tell me when I started streaming. Let me go back. I started streaming in November. I started streaming in December of 2024. God damn, it's been that long? So that would be at least like 2 years ago. Coming up to 3. And when it comes to YouTube streams, I started really streaming 6 months ago. Is when I started doing YouTube streams. And I don't know. I think and also a problem with my burnout is also, I think I know one reason. It's the fact that it feels like the exact same each time. It feels like I'm doing the exact same thing each time. saying the exact same thing each time, and just doing nothing different ever happens. Like, let me put it this way. When it comes to streaming, nothing different ever happens, and sometimes it hits me to a point where I look at my chat and I'm like, there's no one there. I still talk and all. Even now, I'm still talking. But sometimes when I look, I'm like, okay, there's no one there. I'm like, that demoralizes me from doing this. I have made absolutely no progress. Now, my friend Random Man, he's made a lot more progress than me. And now, I kind of know why exactly he's made more progress. And that is something harder for me to do. And that's having friends. He had friends helping him out. And now, I never cared. I was like, alright, cool. I mean, he has friends to help him out. And I don't do this for money. Although, back saying forgetting to post this on Discord is a thing that happened. I gotta figure out how to make it to where it pings my YouTube streams on Discord. I gotta figure that out. In my opinion, he has definitely had... It's because he has had support from others. And now, I never wanted support. Really, I never feel like I need support, because I don't do this for money. It would be different if I did this for money, which, again, I don't. I don't do YouTube live streaming videos for money. I do it because I want to. I never needed money from this. So would it be nice to earn money? I mean, yeah, I mean, money is kind of important to everything you do. But it's like, it's never something that's the top of my mind. Now, one thing that could also kind of be the reason why I've not grown is the games I play. Like, I'm gonna be completely fair here. I feel like it's also the games I play. But like, I play these games that don't have as many players watching them. Because is everyone gonna be watching, what, Apocalypse Rising? No. And I feel like that's kind of the thing I've been doing. Like, yeah, Call of Duty doing the Quackgo Easter egg, trying to do the Quackgo. Okay, I can say this. Quackgo. Okay, Quackgo. The Quackgo Easter egg. Now that was a time where I thought maybe. Now, I did that on YouTube. But also, I think another reason I'm not growing is because of the games I play. I play games that don't really have many players. Now, do I plan on streaming The Escapist? Or The Escapist 2? I don't know. Again, the most amount of people I would rather have on the viewers side, it's like, what? 20 at least? And then I'm willing to stream the game? The Escapist, I can literally pull it up on Twitch right now. Because, like, take Tomb Raider. Like, I think it's like 2013 Tomb Raider. There is right now 26 viewers out there watching it. That is enough for me to play it. And now we look up Tomb Raider. Oh, Define Edition. Well, that's really the difference. And takes Rise of the Tomb Raider. Again, same amount of people. But I plan on recording, like, take the Escapist. The Escapist 2. I have to type this in wrong, right? On. Oh wait, I can't even find a category. Here we go. Yeah, there was no results found. So I don't even know if I want to stream. Take if I look this up on YouTube. The difference is, at least on YouTube, yeah, again, we're talking a game that's 8 years old. I feel like we gotta understand. We're talking about a game that's 8 years old. So obviously its viewership is gonna be much, like, compared to newer games, like, let's take Cyberpunk. $2077. Right now there is a 1.5K viewership on there. Pretty much saying, yeah, people are going to be watching that. Compared to The Escapist. Because again, Escapist, it's 8 years old now. At least when people started creating content on it. I don't think I'll be streaming The Escapist 1 or The Escapist Walking Dead, which I got back so long ago. I got it so long ago that I don't know why. The Escapist 2 I will debate on. I'm just like streaming it. I also don't want to waste my time. But stuff like Tomb Raider, I plan on streaming that since, well, frankly, I do also when I'm making videos on that. Let's take if we look up Tomb Raider. The Before You Buy is 10 years old from Rise of the Tomb Raider. And, like, do people still make Let's Plays on it? I mean, yeah. Someone made a video on the 2013 Tomb Raider, and it still did pretty well.
What's up, gamers and friends? Welcome.
It is just... I don't know. Part of me thinks I should stick with gacha. But then there's also a part of me saying, you gotta branch out of gacha. I don't know. Some games like The Escapist, I don't think I'll record or stream. But then that also plays a question, like... Because there's like the games like Portal. Where is that? How long ago did Portal come out?
Welcome to the aperture.
It's gonna be almost 7 years. And I think I'm definitely gonna be recording Portal. And Portal 2. In fact. Now, I technically am our branch out to variety with Fortnite, but that is more of a, I don't know, that is more of a, oh hey, I'll cover it, just not often because live events don't happen every update, or even every season. Now, I won't be covering a new game until at least October. You might ask me why until October. It's because I feel like it. I mean, there's not much else to say. I just feel like waiting until October. And until then, I can play Controller Alan Wake. 2 games that I've really not put much time into. Well, I mean, I completed the base game. It'd be nice to play more again. And then there's stuff like Slime Ranchers. Would I record Slime Ranchers? Probably not. Again, I'm very picky on what I might record or not now. The Plunky Squire, obviously I will. The Tomb Raider series, obviously. Resident Evil 3's remake? Probably. And again, I'm basing my videos more off a certain YouTuber. That's Scott. It was a while before I started rewatching him. And honestly, I do miss watching him. His content is good enough. I'm basing off my videos off that, like, at least time-wise. I will go for anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and 20. Now, of course, and like thumbnail work, that's what I'm gonna try to be improving on in the next 2 months. Not for my gacha content, because I like the thumbnails I already create for gacha. The gacha thumbnails are sticking with how they are. There is no changing that. However, events and all that, I'm going to try to improve. I don't think my thumbnails are great. Obviously, they are quite bad. At least when it comes to events. Again, for the regular updates, pretty happy how I create the thumbnails. But out of the event thumbnails, I feel like I could do a bit better. So that's something I'll be working on in the next few months. is thumbnail work and hopefully trying to improve it. I'm not saying every gacha thumbnail is absolute perfect. I have hated some of them. Like, a while back, I went back and, like, changed a bunch of my thumbnails from, like, past videos, and that some of them are eh. Cause, like, hold on, let me... I started recording a year ago, what the hell? Oh my god. Like some of them. Spear and Flame, the Trainer, Genjin's Trainer, Spear and Flame quest. That thumbnail is absolutely terrible. I venture onto the 8th Dawn story quest. Absolutely terrible. So terrible, in fact, I might come back to this one, and actually I might come back to some of these ones. Except for Transparent Flare Moon story quest. I can't really do much on that. The Genshin Impact 5.3 story quest. For such a good time, I made a terrible thumbnail. And Furious 3.0 Part 1 and 2 did not look good. Part 3 also did not look good. Zenless 1.4 also did not look good. There's clearly to me a shift between what I did. Because, like, I honestly might go back to some of these and redo them. Maybe tomorrow. I don't like how some of these look. A fair bit of them, I actually don't mind. And also, I might go back to some of the titles. I'm literally looking. Add me, please. What? Add me. My last name is Last Noob. Add me. It's Last Noob, please, brother. Why? I was literally just looking. Sorry I didn't see the chat. I was just looking at my YouTube, just saying how I don't like some of the thumbnail. I want to go back and redo some of the thumbnail work. And, like, I didn't even realize you were saying anything, because, like, I didn't have the chat open. I was kind of ranting on how I do terrible thumbnails. At least in the past. And I kind of have to want to go back and redo them. Just maybe the plan for tomorrow. You know, these are year-old videos. I prefer, when I look at some of these videos, to not be like, what the hell are these? I don't add May Idol? Huh? So sorry if I don't understand what that means. But I don't really add people I don't really know on Roblox. I hope that's understandable for you. Like, I don't really add people that I don't know on Roblox. But man, you can stop saying please, because the answer is no. The answer is always going to be no. I don't add. I don't add a ring. Is that a country? I feel like I should know what that is. Hold on. Google Maps tells me a lot of things. But the answer is no, so. Philippines? Philippines? I mean, that's what you're trying to say to me. But no, the answer remains no. I'm not gonna add you. Like, why would I add a random person I don't know on Roblox? I did that with Steam a while back, and I went and got rid of a bunch of people. Blame me or... I mean, if you find me, we can 1v1 or something? I don't know, man. If there's not much combat, I usually tend to switch servers. But I don't know what to say. I don't really play with people on Apops. You know, probably would have been fun if I had friends to play with, but none of my actual friends actually play this game. I do watch content creators on this. They're pretty. I enjoy the content creators' content. I don't have a backpack. Is there like a actual backpack around here? No, I guess not. Probably is one, and I just haven't found it. Okay, well, just did that. God, I cannot wait for the winter event. I want to try to go for at least 3 hours for streaming today. How long was the last stream, actually? Like, below 2 hours? I don't want to do that again. Am I unsubscribe? But man, I don't care if you subscribe or not. I mean, you don't. I'm not gonna add you just because you subscribe to me. I mean, I appreciate it, but still not gonna add you. It's kind of not how things. That's not how things work around here. Honestly, I'd rather not have a subscription and for you to subscribe than just because you want me to add you. You want me to add you. I'd much rather just not have it like that. And if you continue to keep asking, I will ban you. If you continue to ask. That's pretty much my final stance on this. If you continue to ask, I will ban you. I kind of forgot how to ban people on YouTube. I know how to ban people on Twitch, because I use that a lot more. YouTube, I don't know how to ban, but I will figure out the way. If you keep asking. So, I'm giving you, like, one more shot. One more shot of goodwill. Or I'm gonna time you out or something, I don't know. Other time. I mean, I probably won't ban you, but if that's like literally the only option or something. I'm sorry. It's okay. It's just learn to understand that I said no. Let's learn that I said no, and like understand that when I say no the first time, it doesn't mean keep asking at least 5 times. God, why did they remove the oil rig off this game? I love that location. Still do. But yeah, no troubles. It just learned from the first time that when I say no, it just means no. Yeah, I think my next 2 YouTube streams will probably be A-Pops. Because I used to do, like, mostly on Twitch, but also 2 streams a week on YouTube. I try to do 2 streams a week on YouTube. Until I proceed to forget for, like, the next month. Which tends to happen sometimes. So, like, literally... Hold on, let me pull up my YouTube. There was a good, like, 2 months of not streaming on YouTube because I kind of just forgot. There was like 2 months I did not stream on YouTube because I kind of forgot about doing that. Like, oh yeah, I was focused on like I think maybe either YouTube videos or did I focus on YouTube videos? No wait. I remember I was trying to focus on YouTube at the time, but then I was like, then I kind of backed out. I was like, maybe not. I know there wasn't as much new cosmetics this time around as they said, because of the loot rebalance, which has definitely done a lot more good. I honestly stand by that the loot what's her age? Prefer not to say. That's definitely the odd question to start out with. Yeah, that's... No offense, that's a little bit of an odd question to start out with, but I'll look past it. I don't know. So odd, but... It's almost not like I'm gonna ban you for asking that. What the... Oh my god. I almost like... I was like, oh my god. Man just like ran in here. Let me see. Yeah, I prefer not to answer that question. I mean, normally when I start a conversation, may just. I mean, okay. I mean, I didn't really need to know that information. But, okay. Yeah, cool, I guess? You know, this would be a good time to actually, if I should check up on the community guidelines. See if that's actually changed. Yeah, can I learn more about the community guidelines real quick? If you could, like, actually shut up for a minute, I want to actually... Where are people allowed to watch? Yeah. Personal information. Okay. Staying safe in live streams. Be cautious about sharing any personal information in their live streams. Admin access will be given to those you trust. YouTube will not be asking unrestricted permissions. Okay, so I guess it's not like the roof asked that question per se. God, those songs out there are so annoying. But prefer for you not to say how old you are in chat. That's That's certainly a way to start a conversation, but I prefer saying, like, don't say your age in chat, like... That's something. Which is why I prefer to say not... I mean, my age is pretty clear if you look on my Twitch. Quite literally. I'm sorry, I'm leaving. I mean, you don't have to. It doesn't bother me, per se. I'm just saying, like, word from advice, just... maybe try not saying your actual age in chat. Just because of privacy reasons? I mean, I'm not saying you can't. It's not, like, against the rules for me to say, oh, you can't say your age in chat. I mean, it's not against the rules to say that. It's just more looking out for privacy reasons. Just saying, hey, I'm trying to tell you how to do stuff, but be a little bit more careful next time you do something like that. But not everyone's like me who's quite normal. See the look on Minecraft YouTube and you proceed to have the many of things on there. Minecraft YouTubers. I'm not stereotyping on Minecraft YouTubers. But also, they aren't really giving themselves the best look at times. But yeah, just be a little bit more careful on age saying. Because, like, obviously, it's not like I was like, it was a little weird with the question, but not to the point where I was like, oh, you have to leave or anything. I was like, oh, I mean, okay. But my age is pretty clear if you look on my Twitch. If you look on my Twitch and my bio, it's in there. Thankfully, I have my Instagram, but I am not giving that one out. My Instagram remains a private thing for me. Quite literally. I only let close friends know my Instagram, and I'm changing I think of my because it's not even that hard to find. It's just, I prefer for my Instagram to remain a private one. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Change my handle on Instagram. I don't know. I really look up what the community guidelines are, though. I never actually look at those, because I assume the community guidelines are the normal guidelines around. I don't have ammo for I don't have the weapon for these, but I'm gonna take them in case I do find the weapon. I think we're trying to make our way to Oasis. Where's my phone? Here it is. The most likely return to Destiny is Destiny 1. Bro put it up, an image of saying, a Destiny 1 remake is the last thing the series needs. And compared to the now, we're saying, yeah, that might be the best idea. And you know what? Poltasley was respectful enough to reply with this. Well, okay, well, that was before it died. And bro's like, Well, yeah. I said that before the game died. So I'm like, yeah, bro. Yeah, things have changed. Maybe a Destiny 1 remake is what the series needs at the moment. Bro's like, yeah, maybe Destiny 1's remake is what the series needs. Oh, 1.0 Power World. Also, can we just, like, appreciate something from Power World? They talked about it, and now this has gained 2 million views on Twitter. They talked about it, and they're like, you know what? They have decided on not to raise the price for 1.0 survey. Normally from early access to full launch, there is usually a price increase because of how much content they have added throughout the time. But right now, they have come out and said they're gonna, and credit how the amazing support of the players has become a success beyond their wildest dreams. As a small thing, thanks, they're gonna keep the price. Which is surprising. I did not think they would actually. I thought they would raise the price, and I would be fine with it. Because I know Power World is made by amazing people. But instead, they're like, nope, we're not gonna raise the price at all. Someone said, would have bought it regardless. Power World said, we should have charged this guy like 100 times more. Someone was like, that'll be $20.99 plus tip. Because they replied to that saying like, shit, charge this guy 100 times more. And of course they're saying that as a joke. Which I'm like, yeah, that seems actually kind of funny. But it launches today. 1.0. And like it's oh. Damn. Okay, cool. Let's say, what the hell was that? Then I was like, oh wait, that's from the meme account. People are worried about Marathon, whether or not it'll get canned. I'm not saying it's not a perfect reason to be scared. I cannot lie and say I'm not scared for that as well. Of course, I have Marathon, and I will continue to play it. And based on what Sony said, they are continue to support it, but at the same time, we know how Sony is like. I feel like if it does stop getting updates, I might try to play for the Steam refund, because, like, I got it, hoping it would get more updates. But, like... Again, Marathon is always a difficult discussion to talk about, because player... Damn. I tried, like, pushing him. I didn't really have anything on me, though. I'm like this guy. I'm like, okay, time to ignore some of the drama that's gonna go on with Marathon. A little bit. Lean back and, the new player experience. And this is coming from Zone X. A new player experience will be also eventually going to be worse. Yet the journey going to spend like 1,000,000 years grinding XP. And that's what I'm wondering, like, why can't there be, like, you do certain things to unlock these weapons that have augment? Fine. Did they have, like, a YouTube? Hold on. Alright, but yeah, when it comes to cheaters and APOPs, there's not much the devs can do. They do as much as they can. When it comes to games, I'm more of the, alright, whatever. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Did everyone fix their solo thing? Kinda why I haven't played the last 2 days. I haven't, their solo thing has not been fixed. We've identified the issue. It's whatever. What was that? Instagram now lets users. Instagram is now letting other users. Oh, Instagram now lets other users use your photos for AI. Oh, what the fuck? Like, thank the Lord I don't post pictures of my face on Instagram. In fact, only a select few have really actually, like, gotten an image of my face. Kinda how secret I keep it. And again, personal reasons. It's preferably why I keep it this way. Look, it's not the Instagram like letting people use your photos for AI doesn't affect me as big since there's nothing public about my face, or the most people have gotten on Instagram is a hand. I am not kidding. The most people have seen is a hand. Now, people who know me know what I look like. Of course, people who know me actually do know what I look like. But if you have not seen me in real life, or you're not like a very close friend, you probably don't have a picture of my face, which is thank the Lord. Thank the Lord I don't post that to Instagram. Holy crap, that seems like a terrible choice. Although, knowing that it's owned by Facebook, not a surprise. Dear Lord, that is a... So, that legal using people for AI photos time of... Thankfully, I only post like pictures of flowers and trees and stuff like that. Don't be happy that it happened. Cry because it ended, or something like that. What? Don't be don't be happy because you're ended. Cry because you're happy. Something like what? What? I'm sorry. I had to look at that. I was like, I had to take a double look. Like, what is this man? What are they trying to say? Yeah, someone replied some. So Scaro replied to a gamer saying Bungie has everything ready on Marathon success, but the studio seems doomed as Destiny 2 player base never gets on board. Scaro said, and I'm gonna try to say this respectfully. We get it, bro. We know everyone's. We know everyone's effing knows that we get it. Holy F. But we got even more. I'm trying not to swear here, but it's becoming harder and harder. Like, F, who is reading these articles? We get it, Marathon sucks, and everyone who likes it sucks, and kill Destiny 3 and Bungie is F, and holy F, leave these poor F games alone, dude. Like, hell yeah, more people are losing their jobs, and people are going, like, games like, okay. It is hard to say this without swearing. Like, okay. Mentally get myself to the point where I can actually read this. Like, hell yeah, more people are losing their jobs. And people who like this game are going to be really sad. They're contributing nothing to the whole space and the gaming culture as a whole. Figure it out. And yeah, they're not wrong. And someone replied saying, strongly disagree. 1. Articles exist to try and make a profit. 2. This article is no different. 3. Marathon did not kill Destiny. 4. Multiple terrible decision management and leadership killed Destiny. All to say, I'm a fan of Destiny since Destiny 1's beta, and I love Marathon. Thanks. And Scarrow replies saying, what are you disagreeing with? I have said and strongly believe everything you put here. Bro's like, Scarrow's like, what exactly you're trying to disagree with? I mean, it sounds like we're both saying the same thing, basically. I found that kind of funny. I was like, Bro's just like, wait, they're trying to disagree with something? Sounded like you're just saying what I'm saying. And I agree with Carol. What Marathon did not kill Destiny. Poor leadership and management decisions is what killed Destiny in the first place. If you want anyone to blame the leadership that made it this way. Marathon itself is a fun game. I will always go down and say that. Look, I'm not saying the game doesn't have problems. Of course it does. Every game has problems, and alarm, pretty quiet, please. But every game has its problems. And so it seems with Destiny and Marathon. But Marathon did not kill Destiny. Poor management and leadership decisions is what killed Destiny. And I'm sorry for going on a rant here, but people got give me a mini scared attack right there. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm reading some of the replies to this tweet. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for like going AFK. Hold on. Oh. Like, look, I'm not saying Marathon doesn't have problems. I'll take criticism. But having to hear, oh, Marathon is dead. Marathon is gonna die in a year. I'm like, okay, well, we don't know that. And second of all, kindly go away. Because, look, if you don't like talking, if you don't like the game, why continue to talk about it? And can I clarify? Destiny didn't kill him from. Poor management decisions did. It wasn't Destiny. It wasn't I think I said that in the backwards. It's not Marathon that killed Destiny. It was the people. It was the leadership behind it. And I'm like, bro, how can people not understand that? It's like saying, oh, Destiny is responsible for killing Halo, when clearly it's not. Oh, because they lost the rights to make the game. Also, because literally it's just stupid to a point where I'm just like, I don't know. At this point, I'm like talking about the same things over and over again. To the point where there's nothing different. Jump. Not surprising this is all empty. Ammo there, but fiber ammo for a gun I can't even use. But on the other hand, it's why you don't go for this stuff. I didn't realize someone was up there. But yeah, someone said how they love the Dark Ether story because it brings up theory crafting. And as much as I would also have, as much as I would love to see the Chaos story, like, how would you say it? Actually put more FF, like, Jason Blundell left before he could finish the Chaos storyline. Which didn't suck, because I feel like the Chaos storyline could have ended well. Was it as good as the Ether storyline? Obviously not. The Ether storyline was generally one of the greatest zombies storyline experiences. Not much can top the Ether storyline. The Dark Ether has certainly brought some of that back. Like, I'm not saying the Dark Aether storyline is perfect. It is definitely not because of one thing I have with it. And how it kind of retcons the BO4 ending. And hopefully that is explained. I pray that it's explained. Because at the moment, it retcons the BO4 ending. And it doesn't really explain. Because, like, technically speaking, in BO4, we should not be having these versions of the OG crew from the Ether storyline. By all means, there is absolutely no way we should be having them. Just because of how the storyline paid off. Again, hopefully we get an explanation on how on earth this version of the crew is around. Because by technicality, ever since BO4, there should be no multiverse. If we're going off BO4 lore, there shouldn't be a multiverse. Oh, I'm stretched. Oh, man. But, again, going off BO4 lore, there shouldn't be a multiverse. It should all be in one single universe. But yeah, I just don't know how exactly the lore. Like, I love BO7's lore, and I do hope we continue with the OG crew. I think as much as I like Weaver's crew and all, and they're not bad, I feel like I enjoy the OG crew more. Now you could say, yeah, it's nostalgia, and you would not be wrong. It's definitely nostalgia. Even if it somehow does not make sense, I still want to see how their story ends up. Because we know, when it comes to Weaver's Requiem crew, I don't know if I should say this or not, but okay, fuck it. I mean, it's already no knowledge. It's gonna end one day. Because they were found lying at a table around each other dead. So, we all know, one day it is going to end. Because of how the story's already been playing out since Modern... And that's all thanks to Modern Warfare. In the end, it does seem like Weaver's crew will die. At some point, we don't know if it will be this game, next game, or for a while. Again, this is all coming from the Modern Warfare games, which I guess it's canon to BO7 Zombie, BO6, 7, Cold War. But yeah, that's just how it's gonna end up. Because it's not even a spoiler. It can't be a spoiler, it's already been shown. But yeah, we don't know how that's gonna end up. Bro, give me a backpack, please. Honestly, I'm gonna end it here. So, when's our next stream gonna be? I'm thinking Saturday. I'm gonna take tomorrow off as just a break. And we're gonna continue on Saturday. Also, my friend showed me, Rose like, I never want to do this again. Reach around 100, tweet the totem challenge on round 100 or more. Yeah, I would not want to do that again. But yeah, because today's Thursday, right? Yeah. I'm going to continue on... Okay. I'm gonna continue on next Saturday. I don't know what I'll be doing. I'll figure something out. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.